The reigning European champions, a squad that captivated hearts in the summer of 2024 with their fiery, passionate, and dedicated football, have officially announced their squad for the 2026 World Cup. Lamine Yamal is included despite still recovering from an injury. Naturally, Nico Williams, the man who took Germany by storm 2 years ago, is also named, but there is one highly remarkable detail. Not a single Real Madrid player is on the list. That's right. Looking at the newly announced Spanish squad, many will have to rub their eyes in disbelief as they cannot find a single name from Los Blancos. This is something that has never happened in Spain's 92-year history of participating in the World Cup. This absolute absence reflects the harsh reality of both form and squad strategy at the Santiago Bernabéu over the past season. Spain enters their 17th World Cup as the kings of Europe since their golden era, which featured the 2010 World Cup trophy and back-to-back Euro titles. Fans of La Roja had to wait 12 long years to see their team lift a major international trophy in Germany in 2024. On the world stage, Spain's memories since that 2010 glory have been purely dark. A group stage exit in 2014 and getting knocked out in the round of 16 in both 2018 and 2022, the responsibility of reviving their status as a footballing superpower now rests on the shoulders of a young, energetic generation. Guided by their steadfast head coach, Luis de la Fuente, the 64-year-old manager's to six-man selection features bold changes that shatter traditional power structures. Back in the Euro 2020 finals, Luis Enrique caused a massive stir by not calling up a single member of the Royal Club by the victorious 2024 campaign. Things seemed to improve as Real Madrid had 3 representatives in the squad: Dani Carvajal, Nacho Fernandez, and Joselu. However, after that magical night in Berlin, Nacho and Joselu chose distant destinations outside of Europe. Meanwhile, Dani Carvajal, the veteran fullback, has spent consecutive months sidelined by severe injuries. On social media platform X, a Madridista commented, "It's painful to see a generation of Spanish players at Real Madrid completely ignored." This isn't about individuals, it's a failure in our development strategy for homegrown talent. Indeed, facing a barrage of questions from the media during the press conference, Luis de la Fuente firmly stood his ground. "I don't care which clubs the players come from, they belong to the national team. I don't look at things with the clubbiest perspective like an ordinary fan. My only wish is for these players to feel proud representing their national colors." De la Fuente's steadfastness is built on 2 core principles: prioritizing dressing room harmony and placing absolute trust in the players who have proven their capabilities under his guidance at the youth levels. It is this philosophy that has shaped La Roja's new identity, where club reputation must yield to dedication and tactical fit. Alongside the Real Madrid shockwaves, this squad list is a tactical battle against injuries, turning the team's medical room into the center of attention. Lamine Yamal, the brightest star and the grand hope of Spanish football, will experience his first World Cup atmosphere at just 18 years old. However, the young prodigy travels to North America with a major concern. Regarding a hamstring issue, the aftermath of a severe injury suffered back in April, according to official medical reports, Yamal is almost certain to miss the opening match against Cape Verde, and his availability for the second match against Saudi Arabia remains up in the air. The absence of this crown jewel in the opening stages is an immeasurable loss, forcing the coaching staff to look at long-term backup plans. Nico Williams, Yamal's partner on the opposite flank, also endured a turbulent campaign with Athletic Club. He missed the final 3 games of the season due to a left hamstring injury. Williams' form saw a noticeable dip compared to his previous explosive years, netting just 6 goals and providing 4 assists in 25 La Liga appearances. His presence on the flight to the US proves De La Fuente's absolute faith in his key veterans. Despite public skepticism regarding the winger's physical fitness, in midfield, the situation is hardly any better. Arsenal's Mikel Moreno only managed to reappear in the final match of the Premier League season after a grueling 4-month recovery from a foot injury. His inclusion in the 26-man squad feels like a reward for his loyalty and silent contributions throughout De La Fuente's tenure. More notable is the return of Gavi. The Barcelona midfielder spent 7 months away from the pitch following complex knee surgery. Since his return in March, he He started in 7 out of the club's last 8 matches, demonstrating an iron will to reclaim his rightful place in the national team shirt. Alongside him, Manchester City's midfield anchor, Roja, the 2024 Ballon d'Or winner, has also battled non-stop injuries over the past 2 years. His overall fitness entering this tournament remains a massive question mark for pundits. On a major Spanish football forum, a user named Blaugrana Ensign remarked, "Bringing a squad with too many players who have just recovered from injuries is a risky gamble by De La Fuente. The World Cup is a short tournament with immense physical intensity. There is no room for legs that are not at 100%. The most drastic changes for La Roja this time lie in the back line and the goalkeeper position. Among the center-backs traveling to the tournament, Aymeric Laporte, now playing for athletic clubs, the sole surviving element from the Euro 2024 winning squad. His trusted partner from 2 years ago, Robin Ley-Normand, was ruthlessly dropped to make way for faces with more impressive domestic form. Pau Cubarsí, Barcelona's 19-year-old centre-back, will step into the first major tournament of his international career under massive expectations. Beside him is Eric Garcia, his 5-year-old senior, who has marked a spectacular comeback after last wearing the national shirt in 2022. The inclusion of Alejandro Francis, the 2-year-old Atletico Madrid defender, brings a breath of fresh air as he earns his maiden senior callip, following convincing displays in La Liga and with the Olympic team. On the flanks, with Dani Carvajal absent, Pedro Porro and Marcos Llorente will spark a fierce competition for the right-back spot. Meanwhile, the opposite flank is virtually locked down for Marc Cucurella, who delivered the decisive assist in the Euro final 2 years ago. Changes between the sticks also signal an underlying transition of power. While athletic clubs' Unai Simon is still projected to be the #1 choice and Arsenal's David Raya remains a high-quality backup. The emergence of Joan Garcia has shattered the familiar toll-horse race. The Espanyol goalkeeper has just enjoyed a highly successful campaign, helping his team secure promotion to La Liga in the 202,526 season as their definitive #1 shot stopper entering the tournament in North America. Spain's core strength still lies in the fluidity and explosiveness of their midfield and attacking assets. In the center of the pitch, Pedri is experiencing a massive resurgence under the guidance of coach Hansi Flick, completely shaking off the ghost of past injuries. The midfielder has rediscovered his ideal physical condition to once again assert his status as one of the finest brains in modern football. Responsible for dictating tempo and controlling space for La Roja. Alongside Pedri, PSG's Fabian Ruiz remains a vital tactical weapon. He enters off the back of consecutive Trophy seasons, including a historic domestic treble with the French Giants in 202,425 and a Ligue 1 title in 202,526. Ruiz's veteran experience and tackling ability will significantly alleviate pressure on Rodri's position. Additionally, Martin Zubimendi and Mikel Merino offer diverse tactical solutions through the middle. Merino, with his versatility, can even push up to play as a target man, a role he executed quite successfully under Mikel Arteta at Arsenal during their attacking injury crisis, leading the front line alongside the 2 highly lethal wingers, Yamal and Williams. Spain boasts Real Sociedad's Mikel Oyarzabal, the author of the golden goal against England in the Euro 2024 final, is tipped to start as the central striker, thanks to his intelligent positioning and knack for scoring in decisive moments. When primary plans stall, Luis de la Fuente still has potent secret weapons in reserve. Iglesias has been called up to act as a pure target mana, a quality aerial solution for deadlocks. Requiring pragmatism, meanwhile, Victor Munoz, the revelation of this La Liga season, will play the role of an impact sub from the bench. Names like Ferran Torres, Yeromi Pino, Ilix Bena, and Dani Olmo provide immense depth, allowing the coaching staff to rotate fluidly depending on the nature of each opponent. Spain finds themselves in a relatively comfortable group alongside Cape Verde, Saudi Arabia, and Uruguay. They are ready to conquer the world step by step. This squad list is a powerful manifesto of Luis de la Fuente's collective football philosophia collective, built on mutual understanding and the hunger of young players eager to prove themselves. They are the ones who will carry the mission of bringing the Red of La Roja back to the pinnacle of world football, writing new pages of history after nearly 2 decades of living in the shadow of the golden generation of 2010.